Hey guys, how's it going? It's Sam here with your usual MTO special. I know I've been absent for a little bit. Happy Chinese New Year, by the way. And yeah, I know my boss told me to get back into it. Been slacking for too long. So anyway, today we are going to be talking about fun thing. Have you ever wondered how your favorite foods are made? Like this, this is cheese, and this is grape juice, and what else you got? This is it's kimchi. Okay, it doesn't really look like kimchi, but you get the idea. It's red and watery. Okay, and of course your sourdough bread. Fancy sourdough. So yes, have you ever wondered how these wonderful things are made? Well, I'll tell you, they're made by these little things called bacteria and yeast. Say hi, guys. Hi. Okay, so these little fun guys are what make all these things possible. Okay, so I'm sure you've heard of terms like good bacteria and probiotics. Probiotics. So this is part of the process that makes those probiotics. Okay? So probiotics basically mean good bacteria, which is bacteria that work well with your body, and these are part of them. These guys. Okay. So what these guys do is they partake in this process called fermentation. Okay. So fermenting things. Now it sounds a bit funny because fermenting is associated with rotting, like things going bad, but au contraire, fermentation is the process by which, yes, it may be very similar to rotting, and it came from the Latin word fervere, which is a bit like fider. Yes, which means to boil. But actually, ironically, you don't really need to boil to ferment things. But basically, all you need to know about fermentation is that it is these little fun guys, remember these guys? They, like us, they need to eat, and they like to eat sugar, okay? Starch, other things, they love it. Okay, so they will eat it up. Give me sugar. Yes, please. Okay, so basically what they do is, let's start afresh. So basically you have these fun little microorganisms. They are happy when there is lots of sugar. Okay, so you give them the sugar. Alright, give them. Okay, alright, and then usually in the absence of oxygen, so there is no oxygen. Okay, that is when they usually work at their best. But there are those that do use oxygen for fermentation, but usually you want to limit that oxygen. Okay, because there are a lot of other bacteria out there that love oxygen, and they will destroy your food. Okay, so for good fermentation, you want the good bacteria. Okay, you don't want the bad bacteria. No bad bacteria. Okay, because once the bad bacteria comes, they tend to be a bit stronger than the good bacteria. Not always, but they'll come and destroy with their pitchforks. Okay, so you don't want these guys. Okay, so in order to keep them out, you limit the oxygen. Is usually a good way to go. Control the environment. Okay, so yes, basically during the fermentation process, these happy guys, they will take your sugar and they will break it down into something simpler. Okay, so there are basically 3 different kinds of fermentation. Let's get the 3 kinds of fermentation, 3 fermenting types. Okay, so number 1 is the lactic acid fermentation. Okay, so this one is what generates things like kimchi. Okay, So basically, the sugar becomes lactic acid. That's why it's sour. Yeah, sour. Okay. So you know, kimchi, sauerkraut, that sort of thing. Okay. And then for number 2, there is ethanol, which makes the grape juice. Yes, you know, usually it's the glug glug glug. Yeah. So it makes alcohol. Okay. It's a bit halal. So, I mean, sorry, not halal. So be careful there. Okay, and number 3 is acetic. So if you know what acetate or acetic acid is, it's stuff like vinegar or kombucha. Okay. All right. So the main difference in these kinds of fermentations are basically the different kinds of organisms. Okay. So this one, you know, this guy looks like this, and this one is probably have another dude that looks like this. Okay, and yeah, so they're basically they're caused by different kinds of bacteria or yeast, you know, or different amounts of starting material of different amounts of sugars. Okay. Okay, so you combine different things, different sugars, different organic materials, and you end up with different products. All right. So yeah, lots of fun food. So yeah, yogurt. Made by lactic acid yogurt, right? So you can roughly guess which one it is by the end product, but it's I guess not so important what type they are. Okay. Now let's talk about the benefits. Okay. So what are the benefits of fermenting stuff? Okay. Why do we need to ferment stuff? Well, we've been doing it since the dawn of time. You know, alcohol and you know, kimchi, preserved foods. So preserved. Okay. So one reason is because it preserves the food, so that it kind of goes bad, but not so bad that we can't eat it, that it, you know, kills us. So it preserves. All right. So it lasts longer. Okay. Yeah. So it's good for storage. Okay. And it's also good for our body, because you know, it's like probiotics, so it's good for our immune system and our digestion. Okay, because you know, our bodies, we need these guys. You know, I'm sure you've seen all the ads that get you to, you know, take probiotics. So in your gut, there's lots of good bacteria. You want that good bacteria, right? Right, because that makes you happy. Okay. Happy gut, happy guy. Yeah, there you go. All right, so yeah, there you go. Lots of nice, you know, keeps out the bad stuff as well. Okay, so probiotics, all around good stuff, right? And it also helps to, you know, make things that you couldn't eat edible. So it makes things edible. So certain things that, you know, that contain toxins, if you ferment it, then it's certainly tasty. Okay. And then it also increases, you know, the minerals that are available. So vitamins, minerals. Okay, so it's pretty good. So you know, if lately you've been hearing all these, you know, all these ads to get you to like eat, you know, drink, eat yogurt, eat and drink kombucha and all that. It's for these reasons. Okay. So apart from preserving the food, it is good for your body. So there you go. You should, you know, even though I know sometimes some of these foods like kimchi is like sour and spicy, ugh. You know, a kombucha is like, you know, they tend to be a little bit on the sour side. Yeah, but you know, it's you know, ciders, ugh, you know, that stuff, gross. But yes, there's good and there's gooder. Gooder is not a real word, okay. But yes, there are fun side effects. You know, like you know, you feel a bit of a buzz. Hey, there's another fun little effect. Okay, so I think that's all for me for now. And yes, so do take note of your gut health, because your gut health is very important. Your gut. Look after your gut. Okay, and so don't be afraid to have some microorganisms in you every now and then. You know, the little things that matter. Okay. All right, that's all from me. Sam out. All right, you have to have a happy Chinese New Year. Still another what, 10 days. Yeah. All right, toodles.